Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Liverpool in FM20. And we're not watching a league game right now, we're actually watching a cup game. And the reason for that is we scored 9 goals. So I felt like we want to start with goals. And what better way to do it than show a cup game when we scored 9 goals versus Birmingham. And yeah, basically a lot of goals. But we can talk about what was going on in between. We played one league game since last episode, and it was away versus Sheffield United, and unfortunately we only managed to get a draw, while in real life Liverpool beat them with 1 goal against none. Other than that, we played quite a few cup games. We actually played Sheffield United again in the cup, and we also played versus Chelsea in the FA Cup. So played a few games, but only 1 league game. But that brings us to this schedule or these results. So Leicester game was the last one. Then we had that draw away versus Sheffield United. Then we managed to beat them in the League Cup. Then we had that fantastic win that you saw versus Birmingham in the FA Cup. And then we managed to beat Chelsea away in the League Cup semi-final. 2 goals against none. This is a really good away result. But today, let's talk about the derby, because we are playing versus Everton, and as you know in this save, they are definitely doing much better than Everton did in real life. They are right now just a few points away from a Champions League spot, and that is with 1 less game played compared to the other teams here on top. Also, Bournemouth is having a much better this season in real life, and Arsenal, I mean, Arsenal, for God's sake, they were behind Everton at this stage of the league. But let's bring up the real life league tables so we can compare it. And I picked the round where Liverpool had 19 games played, just so we can compare us to. But as you can tell, because of all these cup games we are playing right now, we've fallen a little bit behind, because we in this game we played 19 games, while most of the rest of the teams have played 22. There are a few at 21 and 20, but yeah. Kind of hard to compare to other teams, but you can tell we have 50 points, while Liverpool had 55 points after 19 games played. So we are falling behind, and that's not great, and we need to work on it. But hopefully, I mean, it's still time to catch up. As you can tell, we are in early January, so we have just passed the halftime mark. But we know that Liverpool had a few losses during the second half of the season, so maybe we can catch up. Looking at other teams, as I said, from the real-life table, they have played more games in most cases, but the notable is Leicester, of course. In real life, they were in 2nd place. They are much further down. City was in 3rd place, and they are in 3rd place here. And yeah, kind of similar, but I feel like we talked far too much right now. It's time for some football. And we have some comeback kids. Chamberlain, just back from his injury. He's been injured for like 1.5-2 months or something like that. This will be his first game. Salah also just back from an injury. He's been out for like 3 weeks. This is going to be his first game since that injury. And we also have on the bench, Van Dijk. He has also just come back. He played the last game, so he's getting rested this one, because there's a heavy rotation going on. That's why, for example, I'm starting with Hoover here. Clearly not the quality we want to, but we have a tough schedule. We have a big game coming up next, then we have had the semi-final in the League Cup before this one. So yeah, some heavy rotation. Same in that's why Mane is benched for this one. Just that rotation going on. Oh, I forgot to mention Fabinho is injured. But it's nothing serious. I think he just picked up like a cold or something. He's going to be back in a week. And this is the Merseyside derby. Such an important game, not only for the players but for the fans. And of course, you saw the league table, and we were 5 points behind real life Liverpool. So we need to do really, really well, because we don't want to see that gap widen. We need to try to catch up, and of course it would be great to do that in a derby. But we see Everton with the possession, and Awobi breaks through. Henderson, great work. Dejan Lovren, Lallana, Lallana on the left flank. Gomez. Chamberlain. And look at that, you beauty! Been out for 1.5, 2 months. Plays his first game. It is a derby. And the game haven't even played for 10 minutes when he does that. What a great comeback and what a beautiful goal. Take a look at his shot. Fantastic. The Ox is back in business. Pickford with a free kick. Vorby. Dean. Ooh, that was close. If we could have won that one back, it would have been sensational. But instead, we see Everton advancing into our side of the pitch. Henderson intervene. It's Mo Salah. And, well, that was a very bad finisher. Hoover with the throw in. Salah. Back to Hoover. Hoover. Salah. Salah with the cross. Lallana picks it up. Gomez. And here is, that was, imagine Chamberlain scoring twice in the comeback. That would be sensational. Salah with a corner, and wait, it's going to be a penalty. Could be a penalty here. It is a penalty. And it is Mo Salah who picks up to take it himself. And he shoots, and he scores! Mo Salah, his 17th goal of the season. He's been brilliant, and that's considering 17 goals. And he has had 2 injury periods. He's been out for like at least 1.5, maybe 2 months with injury. He scored 17 goals. Coleman with a throw-in. Evobi, Lovren. Back to Alisson Becker. Matip. Wijnaldum. Henderson. Lallana, and a decent try. Don't mind doing stuff like that because that was pretty good. That's the halftime whistle. And look at statistics. We completely dominated the chances with 15 shots to 2. But still, 2-goal lead is not a huge one. We have some safety margin. We definitely can't get complacent because things can change quickly in football. So hopefully we can step it up and do it even better here in the second half. We have a Hoover with a throw-in. Salah back to Hoover. Salah. Rigi. Hoover into the box. And imagine the kid scoring in a derby. That would have been beautiful. It's going to be a free kick in a very good position here for Everton. And that was really close. Take a look at this one. Kind of hard to see from that angle and without the goal and without Alisson. I felt like it was really close and a good save. Gomez with the throw-in. Gomez again. Henderson back to Gomez. Gomez with the cross. And here is young Hoover. And Keegan Hoover. And this is actually his 3rd goal of the season. That tells you guys that I've been playing him a bit when Trent needs to rest. But I think all the other goals has been in cups versus easier opponents. Now the kid has scored in his first derby. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the subs here. The Ox, he's been brilliant, but he's tired, as you can tell. He's severely lacking match sharpness, and of course that increases the risk of more injuries. So I think 70 minutes was perfect for him in his comeback game. Actually consider the situation. I think we could do the same with Salah. And I have a few youth players. I have Elliot and I have a Miller on the bench, two other kids. And since we have some safety margin right now, I think it's perfect time to give some kids some more first team experience. I just saved the normal players because they will be playing pretty soon in the next game. And I believe the next game is versus Chelsea in the league, so it's going to be another very tough game. Beautiful. 3 youth players getting some first team experience here in the derby. That's fantastic. And here we have Wijnaldum, Hoover, Henderson, without cross for Joe Gomez. And it goes almost an own goal, I believe. We're gonna see a corner here. Milner with a corner. And over from Divock Origi. 4 minutes of extra time. Clock ticks on quickly. That's the full-time whistle. Another great result. Look at these statistics. So we completely dominated things. We won the derby. We are happy. We made the fans happy. And we are still fighting to catch Liverpool. Because we are on the top, but we're still trying to catch Liverpool. Because they had 55 points with 19 played games. Now we have 53 points with 20 played games. But that's it for this episode. As always, thank you for sharing your time with me. And if you enjoyed a derby win, press that like button, and I'll see you in the next episode.